having to break up with someone sucks. Blah, it sucks so bad. I actually think it's worse to be the dumper than the dumpy and the person getting dumped because there's just so much more work involved. It sucks. And it still hurts you in like a different way. So how do you know when it's the right time to break up with someone? Well, you really have to listen to your instinct and to your gut. Are the things that are wrong in the relationship topics or are they issues? The difference is a topic would be, I just really hate the clothes he wears and I don't love his friends and he's not very cool and blah, blah, blah. Those are topics. Those are little things that don't really add up to who a person's character is. Issues are, I can't trust him, he doesn't communicate with me, he makes me feel bad about myself, I feel like I'm chasing him all the time. Those are issues. So make sure you know what it's about. Because if you're breaking up with people because of topics, they're not good on paper, they're not tall enough, they don't make enough money, you are the problem in your love life. You aren't dating people, you're dating bullet points. And that's never going to lead you to find happiness. And you're going to have shitty relationships. And I mean, to be honest, if you want to be shallow like that, that's kind of what you deserve. But you don't deserve that because you're here on this channel, which means you want to do the best and be the best you can be. Anyway, so if you decided, okay, yes, this relationship's got to end, another crucial thing is if you have the ick. The ick means you just have that gross, do not touch me, physically repulsed feeling for someone. And the ick is not an ugly person's disease. I've gotten the ick for completely hot dudes. Like dudes I know that they're attractive. I am just not into it. I'm not in the relationship. And if you try to force it, what happens with the ick? You get mean, and then they get hurt because they don't understand. And like the nicer they are, the more repulsed you get. You gotta just get out. The ick is a cancer. It will ruin your relationship, and then you'll feel really, really bad that you were mean to this perfectly nice guy for reasons he never understood. And also realize you probably gave someone the ick at some time. Isn't that horrible? I know. So when you dump someone, especially a guy, you cannot mince words. The worst thing you can do when giving a breakup speech is pepper in qualifiers like at this time, right now, maybe someday, because they're going to latch onto that. The heart is going to try to hear what it wants to hear. And then he's maybe not going to get the hint that this is a breakup. And then a few weeks later, you're going to have to dump him all over again. Sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind. My mom always told me. So think about what the truth is. If the truth is you have the ick, do not tell him that. Make up something if you really feel compelled to, like if you just can't go with the truth, that is like sort of ironclad. Be like, I just still have feelings for my ex, and he's sort of come back around, and I really feel like it's not fair to you to lead you down a path when my heart is simply somewhere else. So I can't be in this relationship anymore, and it's not something you did. It's not something you said. It's not something I did or something I said. It's just, this is what it is. You want to make sure that they know that this isn't their fault. If it isn't. I mean, if it is, that's a whole separate conversation. That's a whole separate video. But if it isn't, let them down easy. You don't have to be super honest and be like, I'm just not into you. You're not that. Think about what you would want to hear. I know, it sucks so bad. And you want to make this a one-time conversation. You want to get in and get out because they don't want to keep going in this conversation any more than you do. However, some guys do. We've all dumped that guy who wants to talk about it, wants to know why, kind of wants to try to argue his way out of dumped. It could be that he's just a combative person. A lot of times guys like that, we think, oh, he likes me so much. No, he doesn't. He likes to win. And he sees you just now as a contest. Guys like that end up getting dumped because they're usually really shitty boyfriends who don't ask about your day, don't care about you. And so this is just a winning thing to them. So don't feel bad. Be like, you know what? I really feel like I've said everything. This kind of is what it is. So, we had some great times, but I really wish you luck. And maybe someday, way in the future, we could form a friendship. And here's the thing about being friends with your exes. It is a huge waste of time. You have friends. And this guy isn't going to be your friend because friendships are neutral. You don't have a lot of weird romantic baggage with Mackenzie and Kaylee, do you? No. You don't need to import someone into your life who you have all this little weird tension and maybe still likes you. No. That being said, when you do dump him, if he's like, well, can we still be friends? You need to pump the brakes on this. You need to give both of you some distance and some time to let the dust settle. Maybe you can come together neutrally at some point and be pals. Not right away. So once you dump him, stay away from him. you're going to feel like the bad guy. And we've all been dumped by a guy who then keeps like sniffing around, "Are you okay?" wants to talk. It's not because he still likes you. It's because he's looking for a sign that you're okay to assuage his own ego. So selfish. Don't be that person. You dumped him. He's going to hurt. He's probably going to tell a shitty story about you to other people. Just let him. Just let him. Everyone knows. Everyone can see right through that. "Well, I didn't like her anyway." Okay. That's what you need to tell yourself. Okay. Let him do that. Don't get into some more of the words. It's just going to make you look worse. And it's, worst of all, it's going to extend this whole fiasco. So be direct. Tell a few little white lies if it's going to make the situation easier. Don't go into some long, drawn-out explanation to try to make him get it. You don't always get explanations in life, dude, okay? Don't try to be his friend immediately after, and don't get engaged in some petty post-breakup drama. For more, subscribe for weekly videos and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at ShallonXO. And if you have a love question, submit it here on YouTube only. No DMs or emails or anything like that. Only here on YouTube as a question or a comment.